My wife has never watched any of the movies that we've ever done.
And on the flip side, my wife has watched almost every single one of them.
If I was your wife, I would hate me. And I'd hate you. I'd hate both of us.
She hates me more than she hates you. Does that help at all? Well, I don't think I've ever told her that Shannon doesn't watch the movies. So she might just think that this is like part of the gig.
Never tell her. She must never know. Never know.
The secret dies with me.
Well, all I gotta say is,
I've wasted a lot of her time.
I know how to pick bad movies. Thank you very much.
Hey, watch him with Dan and Tony. Hey, watch him with Dan and Tony. It's like watching, yeah.
Welcome to Hate Watching with Dan and Tony. I am Dan.
I am Tony.
Actually, I am Amsterdam.
And thank you. Good night, everybody. That's a good way.
One more joke than the movie we're doing today.
Whoa, shots fired. I gotta tell you, I laughed really hard at this movie in one part. And I rewound it 4, maybe 5 times just to watch it over and over again. Do you know, offhand, shot in the dark, do you know which part it is?
Nope. Because I don't think I laughed.
It is Taylor Swift getting run over by the car.
Okay.
I watched that so many times, Dan. It is one of the greatest moments I've ever seen. They're just having the conversation, and the guy clearly walks up and shoves her and then just runs over. It's a great scene. If that scene was in another like well-made movie, wow, that could have been the greatest moment of cinematic history. It's very good.
Well, at least you picked a thing that they didn't mean to be funny.
Right. I mean, that's true.
That's testament to the movie. They might have
thought it was funny too. Who knows? Somebody probably thought it was funny.
The funny thing is that is one of the few things I did rewind and watch. Just because I kind of was not paying attention. I was like, wait, what happened?
Wait, what just happened?
On this show, we watch a movie, then we talk about the movie. The movies are typically very terrible. This week, I picked the movie Amsterdam, and true to form, it's very terrible.
It's not a great movie. I mean, I think we can both comfortably say that it's not a great movie.
The year is 2022. The time is 2 hours and 14 minutes. They could have
so long.
They could have easily shaved a half an hour of this movie with just a little script editing.
Oh yeah. I mean, also, I'm going to be fully transparent. I still don't totally understand everything that happened in this movie. You know what I mean?
Because it doesn't make any sense.
That does make me feel a little better.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that, because I understand like the main A story, I think, you know what I mean? Like with the conspiracy, the murder conspiracy, but then you have like governmental stuff that suddenly came in, and you have like that's like their flashback that is pretty much irrelevant to anything to me. Like there's a lot of side quests on this main journey, and I just feel like I got super lost along the way. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's a meandering movie. I was thinking about it. It's a thriller without thrills.
Yes.
It's a comedy without intentional laughs.
Sure, but one real good laugh. Is that on YouTube? I feel like someone's clipped that out and put it on YouTube, and it probably has 3 million views. It's very funny.
Lots of actors doing acting that feel like you're watching people in a stage play. That's what I felt. I felt like a stage play.
It does feel like theater. Yeah. No, I agree with that, because it's very broad, very, very broad. And maybe if I was sitting more than 5 feet away, it wouldn't seem so ridiculous. But it does, because the camera, I don't know if you know this, but cameras are, they're right here. We're real close. You don't have to be that broad for us to understand what you're doing.
So that's what they were doing. They were being brought. I mean, it didn't feel like there were any emotions in the movie. There were no emotions in the movie, but there were people kind of moving their bodies like there were emotions or something. I don't know.
And weird. Some, Christian Bale, very weird guy. I mean, listen, a lot of people are trying things. We'll say that.
Yeah.
I would say there are varying degrees of success.
Really?
But I will also say that one person did not try to do anything. And I thought it was really weird. Do you know who that is?
No.
John David Washington is just kind of being himself. And I found that weird. Not that there's anything inherently wrong with that.
I see what you're saying.
But you're surrounded by a cast that are all doing things.
Yes.
And you show up to work and you don't do things. Don't you at some point just be like, should I be doing things? Even if they don't work, should we be trying something? Because I'm just being myself in 1933, which doesn't make a ton of sense already. But I'm like, you're surrounded by Christian Bale doing a bunch of stuff. He's got a voice. He's got a hunch. He's doing a lot of stuff, right? Like, and you can hate it, you can love it, you can feel indifferent, which is pretty much where I am. But he's doing a bunch of stuff. And then, you've got even like your side characters, like Remy Malek, he's doing a bunch of stuff. Yeah, and you're the lead. You're at least billed third. That's like your least billing is third, probably second after Christian Bale. And you're not doing anything. I would just feel like such a fraud. I would show up and be like, man, I should not be in this movie. I don't know what I'm doing.
Is he Denzel Washington's kid?
I think so.
Okay.
Definitely related. But is he the kid?
He just doesn't have a different name. So I was like, oh, okay.
Parents, Denzel and Pauletta Washington. Yeah, he's their kid.
Huh, okay. Well, there it is. Yeah, so, many actors that I love and adore their other projects, just like, what is it? Yeah, the one, I'm going to give you the one positive thing.
I love this.
That I'm going to say about this was before watching this movie, I was like, oh my God, Mike Myers is in this. He's going to be so terrible. I'm not going to be able to survive it. And not any more terrible than everybody else.
No, he fits right in. And that's why you know that some people are doing things wrong. And I love Mike Myers.
Yeah, do you like Mike Myers?
He should be problematic.
He should
be problematic in this movie.
Is there something you've liked of his in the last 10, 15 years?
No, because we watched that show he did on. I did not. You watched the show on Netflix or whatever he did, right?
Oh yeah.
And I think I watched like one of them and quit. That was really bad.
I watched
I don't know what else has he done.
The Pentaveret. He did the Gong Show.
Yes.
He was the host of the Gong Show as a weird British guy or something. Like got all method and wore makeup and did a voice and you weren't allowed to act like he was Mike Myers.
Similar to this movie, yeah.
This movie's just it's so terrible because it thinks it's not terrible.
Yeah, no, 100%. They're like going for Oscars. I guarantee it. I think they're surprised. Did it get nominated for anything? I feel like it probably didn't, but I bet they're surprised it didn't. I bet that day came when they're like, because you submit stuff and then I think you get a call. Do they call you? Listen, I've never been nominated for anything.
No one called me.
I assume there's a day that comes. They're like, we'll call you, and then they don't call you, and you're like, is my phone broken? Because we made Amsterdam. That for sure is getting nominated.
I had watched 5 minutes of this movie and I just
that's right, you told me that.
And I just was like, what is this? What is going on? And then I started the movie and I was like, wait, is this the right movie? And then I get to the scene that I remembered, which is in a little ways, and it is a scene that you watched many times over and over again. And I was like, oh yeah, okay, this is the terrible movie I was watching. It's terrible.
Did the first time you watched it, were you so mad that they killed Taylor Swift that you just turned it off? Is that what happened?
I would just the way of this movie, and it's interesting. I've been watching some movies that have great sound editing. Sound editing and music are now becoming what I consider maybe the linchpins to everything about movies.
Interesting. I love that.
Because I rewatched the Disney Werewolf by Night, the Michael Giacchino. What is it?
It's so good.
39 minutes or something, 33 minutes, whatever, short movie. and you just listen to the music cues and you listen to the sound and you it's really a simple little thing. Just real simple.
Yeah, but it's lovely.
It's beautiful. Everything about it's wonderful. You're like, this is the kind of stuff everyone should just make because it's nice and doesn't, and then what was I? One of these other movies I always watch, The Hunt, and there's some music cues in that movie that you're just like, holy shit! It just brings you in there and makes you want to be part of the thing. And
I love that. Yeah.
This movie, you're just like, there is nothing. They don't take us anywhere. That it's like the love stuff is garbage. And there is no mystery. It's just these people sort of walking around, going from person to person, and you're never in. You always understand what's going on. You're just like, oh, okay.
I was the opposite. I never understood what's going on because I kept waiting for like the twist or something to happen where I was like, oh, that's what this movie is about. And I don't feel like I ever really got that moment. I mean,
there is no twist. There's nothing.
Well, I mean, Remy Malek being like the bad guy is kind of a twist. You didn't
Spoiler alert. You didn't know he was the bad guy the second he walked on stage?
No, I knew he was weird. But in a movie where everyone's being weird, I was like, is he extra weird or is he just Remy Malek? Because already a weird guy and now he's doing a weird thing. That's hard to wrap your head around. So then when they revealed that, I was like, oh, okay. I didn't see it coming, but also it felt inconsequential.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
I mean, if it had just been the wife, then I'd have been like, okay, but it's not. It's both of them, and they're drugging the sister, Margot Robbie's character.
Yes, so which they do tell you that way too early, by the way.
Within seconds, you're like, oh, they're drugging her.
Yes, and I thought that was going to be some sort of inheritance play. I didn't realize it had anything to do with the central plot. I thought that was going to be some sort of weird side plot. But then it turns out that it was all just I don't know. I don't think I liked this movie very much.
Why were they even poisoning her? I couldn't even tell you why they were poisoning her.
I think just mostly for fun. She didn't seem to be like stopping anything from happening.
And she started the whole thing.
Kinda, yeah. Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm sure if you actually looked at this plot, you'd be like, why did anyone instigate the plot of this movie? Like, why are they even involved in anything?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're not asking me, right? Because I don't have any answers.
Well, it's like it's one of those, it's kind of like one of those classic, The Big Sleep or whatever, where you're not quite sure what's going on. You just know everybody's sort of conflicting with each other, and you're waiting for your hero to sort of rise above or whatever. And in this one, the heroes never even rise above. They don't even do anything to foil the plot at the end.
They say that they do. Does that help? Because he says literally, us three foiled the plot is pretty much how the movie ends. And I was like, did you? I don't understand how that worked out, but that's great.
Another thing this movie does is it does lots of stuff off screen and then maybe tells you what it was that happened off screen later when you know that there are no consequences of what happened off screen.
Yeah, that's tough. It's hard to care about anything.
And also, it's hard to care. Like, what character in this entire movie had a want?
There's got to be somebody. I know.
Yeah.
The second officer in charge there with the detective and then his little lackey, he wanted to arrest John David Washington for being black. So
he did have
there's a want right there. He just wanted to be super racist the whole time. So there's something.
We'll talk about the racism.
Do you think it would have because you lived through the 1930s?
I was there. I lived through that racism.
Would it have helped if I understood anything that was happening in the world at that time? Do you think?
No.
Okay, because you know history a little, right? Like you're more informed than I am. And I was just like, I don't know what, because it starts with the movie saying some of this really happened. And I don't even know what this is in reference to half the time. You know what I mean?
That's why we do reference. That's why we study. We look at the internet and we read the story about what this is really about. And I read that and I watched it. Yeah. And it was kind of a thing that the general guy was real. And there was sort of a thing that was sort of floated. And then he talked to Congress or something at one point. And then everybody was like, that sounds a little far-fetched. So it was basically a thing that somebody floated. And it was just sort of so crazy and so absurd that they didn't try to do it. And that's why in this movie, when we finally get to this general character who we're somehow told is he's going to give a speech to veterans, and then veterans are going to make him basically king of the United States and throw out the whole government. To which,
how
does that work?
I don't know. We're missing a bunch of steps. You know what I mean? There's a lot. There's a big gap in the middle of how that would work out for you, but that's fine.
And the other pitch is that this is the guy that's going to be able to do that, but he's also not even interested in doing it.
Yeah. And kind of like a recluse. Like he's important by like reputation, but he isn't, nobody really, I don't know. It's weird. I don't even,
and in a real movie, you would make it so you weren't sure if he was going to give the bad guy's speech or a good guy's speech.
Yeah.
If he was going to turn on the bad guys or be with, you need to have some thing that is confusing to us. And he was always just like, yep, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do that. And then he did everybody just does exactly what they say they're going to do. I'm going to do this thing. And then you're like, oh, well, yes, you're going to fall in love with this person that you met for 1 second.
Well, I mean, you can't really blame him for that.
Amsterdam, 1933. We meet, what's his name? His name is Bert Bumpadoop.
I don't think that's right.
Yeah, and he is a doctor who helps reconstructive surgery on injured people from World War I. He's got a back brace. His best friend is Harold Woodman. Whenever somebody says somebody's name, they're always like, this is Harold Woodman. Harold Woodman, say hello to this person. His name is Harold Woodman. We do that.
Hammer it. They really hammer it in for you.
They hammer it in there.
There's a lot of names in the movie. They want you to make sure you get them.
Yeah. So his best friend is Harold Woodman, who is an African American. Mm-hmm. There's maybe there's two racist people in this movie. Everyone else just does not see race.
Yeah, pretty much totally accepting, which is great, which is really cool that times were like that.
That is not how times would be. And and that's the other thing that sort of annoys me about this movie is they're playing it as this sort of light comedy, like a Coen Brothers comedy. And
like they certainly are.
But nobody reacts negative in a really harshly negative way to the two of them being friends and then him essentially having a white girlfriend.
Yeah.
Which probably get you killed in a lot of places.
He's a lawyer though, Dan. So I wouldn't worry about it. Because again, like cop number 2, super racist. And then like the brother and the sister-in-law are kind of racist, I'm pretty sure. And it was just, I don't know, it was just weird. All of it was just weird. That's my big takeaway from this movie. It's really weird, people.
So he's hired by Taylor Swift to go do an autopsy on her on a dead somebody.
I like Taylor Swift.
She was not good in this.
No, she's horrible. How are you just hiring her because she's Taylor Swift? Like, is that what's happening?
I don't know.
Because here's the thing. In a normal movie, she is okay at best, right? What is that, Valentine's Day? Is that the movie where she's like a cheerleader or something and her and Taylor Lautner are very funny together?
It's good, cute.
But like this is, again, similar to my complaint with Mr. Washington, is like this is a movie where people are doing things. They're creating a character. Whether it's good or bad doesn't really matter at this point. You gotta do something. She can barely act like herself on camera. So putting her in a movie in which all the characters are elevated really like makes her stick out a lot. And honestly, I think it's unfair. I think it's unfair to her. This is not her fault. But she does get run over by a car, and it's really funny. So I don't know. Who am I to say?
She's got the comedic chops.
She's got literally the best part of this movie. So kudos to her.
So boom, they got to autopsy this guy. They take the body. Chris Rock is in here too. I don't know what Chris Rock just sort of shows up and sort of says a few words. He's very bad.
Yeah, I mean, he's very
bad. He's very bad. So they go, and then Zoe Saldana's Irma does the autopsy, and we quickly learn that she wants to fall in love with Bert, and that Bert's in a loveless relationship, and that
oh boy, yeah,
they're going to just fall in love based on absolutely nothing and no history. They have no history.
Right. And do they? Is that what happens?
Yes, they fall in love at the end. They're absolutely in love at the end.
Okay. That absolutely feels a little bit stronger than I would say.
They're living in a tenement building, having sex on a fucking rat-infested bed.
Did I miss the end of this movie? Is that what happens? Because that's a good end of the movie.
The two of them are clinging to each other in a fucking urine-soaked bed in a shitty location. That is where they are. Yes. As opposed to Park
you know what?
Avenue.
I've changed my mind. This is a 10 out of 10 movie.
So they do the thing. They open it up. Boop! There in one of his organs is like this liquid. He was poisoned. Okay.
Okay.
They do this. This is the thing about this movie that makes it so annoying. They're like, they set it up that we got to have this body back in 2 hours. We got to have this body back in 2 hours. We got to have this body back in 2 hours. So you're like, in a real movie, something is going to occur because they don't get the body back in 2 hours. This one,
right?
At a certain point, they say, "We'll take the body back. We'll have that, and they'll have it back in plenty of time."
Yeah,
that's not what you do in movies. That's not what you do in movies.
Okay, guys. Okay.
Why did you spend this time yelling at us about the 2 hours and acting like it meant something, and then it just like, nah, it doesn't mean anything. Goodbye.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my god. Okay. They go to meet Taylor Swift's character who set them on this thing. She runs away. She's scared of this man. We find out that the dead guy saw something. What we're going to find out is the dead guy saw Mussolini kill a dog. Is that what it was?
I was actually going to ask you because I know that they talked about it.
So they explained it. They explained it. It's the story that he tells on the thing, which was
on the podium.
Maybe Mussolini ran over a kid. So that was the whole plot of the movie is that this one guy saw Mussolini, who's one of the Axis guys,
he's bad guy,
run over a kid and not give a shit. And so this is the piece of information that this entire movie is trying to hide.
But now,
because you can't put that on the radio because people are going to think, Mussolini's an asshole. We should go to war with him.
But he is, right? Wasn't he a bad guy? Yeah. Okay. So
that's the whole plot. So
which is not a great plot. Let me just say that. You know what I mean? Like that's like maybe a C story, maybe a D story if you decide to put in a bunch of stories. It's not an A story,
It's A+ story in the mind of David O. Russell.
A++++. It's the best story you've ever heard.
So she's running away because she saw somebody. She runs away. She's standing there, on the side of the road, and they're like, "What's happening? What's happening?" And the bad guy, Timothy Olyphant, pushes her to her death underneath the wheels of a car.
And it's really funny. Like she flails underneath these tires. Like is it a dummy? I don't know what it is, but like it's
CGI.
It's pretty cool. Very funny. And it's so funny because he just does it in wide up. Like, it's not like sneaky. Like, he clearly just goes up and pushes her all on camera. It's very funny. And then even when he starts like pointing at them, you're like, they pushed her. Like, it's all very funny to me. It's a good scene. But her legs are very funny. It's hilarious.
So the guy that killed her blames the two of them. They have to run off from the mob. And for the rest of the movie, they're sort of trying to clear their name. Sort of. But
also just like, doing whatever they want. It's not, it doesn't seem that important.
There's never really any impediment to anything they do that they're on the run. They never really have to be on the run. They're also planning
a gala of some sort. And like, I don't, they seem pretty chill. He's going to work like normal. It's everything's pretty fine in general,
And he's he's a drug dealer and loses his license every day.
For sure that.
Does drugs and, all these weird things. Remember that scene where they put the eye drops in their eyes? Like, why was that scene in this movie?
Fast. That is fast. I also thought that was funny, by the way.
It was weird. It was just like, why is
it was super weird. I don't even. And what is it? They never really tell me what it is. Oh. I would love to. I'll put that shit in my eyes all the time.
Probably like cocaine or something.
Probably something cool. You're right about that.
Okay, so now we're going to jump back to 1918 to figure out why we got here. And
I don't care.
Wow, Tony doesn't care.
Do you care?
No. Well, no, I never cared about any of these characters for
me neither.
Second.
And like, all you really need to know is like, they're friends. That's pretty much it. They were in war. They were friends. They already told me that. Yeah. I already knew that before all this happened. So now I'm going back and just finding out why they're friends. Don't care. I just don't care.
And it's bad too. So what we find out is that they're African-American soldiers. They don't want to work under racist people. Surprise, surprise. And so Bert becomes like in charge of them. And then immediately they're like murdered. It's to disastrous results.
Destroyed. Yeah. Lots of blood there.
Oh God, now we're really getting into the terrible parts. So they get blown up and get shrapneled all over the place. They get dragged in there to the hospital. Here comes Margot Robbie, who is the nurse that's going to take care of them. We have what I consider to be the most gruesome shots of stuff, I think, in any movie I've ever seen. Maybe in any movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It really lingers on the horribleness of it.
Which is just, to me, feels a little weird because this movie isn't really that kind of movie, I didn't think. And it's not really, again, although they do like fixate on his scars, I guess, later. So maybe, I don't know.
We'll talk about that scene.
The sexy, sexy scars. Oh, yeah.
Probably the best scene in the movie. I'm like, let's keep this going.
Let's see where this goes, guys. Let's follow this trail.
I mean, jumping ahead for 1 second, it's because that actually felt human.
Sure, yeah, in a real fudged up way.
In a good way. You're like, I want to see what's happening here. Okay, so she's pulling out that, and then we find out that she's saving the shrapnel, and more than anyone being angry about any kind of racial things in this, they are angry about her terrible art.
Yeah.
Because she's taking the shrapnel and making art with it. We're going to talk about the art. And I'm going to get very, very angry during that part.
Oh, okay. I can't wait. I love when you get angry because I feel like I get angry a lot, but it's fun when you do it.
Yeah. She saved the shrapnel. She's Valerie Brandenburg. It's an insult to God to save the shrapnel.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
I don't understand.
I don't know what that means.
I don't get it.
Neither do I.
I'm sorry. I don't understand. Sure. I don't go to church every Sunday, but I don't think that would help me understand that line.
Yeah. So almost immediately, she and Harold are in love, and they kiss instantly.
Yeah.
Within seconds.
which is a moment that I do enjoy. Is Christian Bale like watching them from the gurney, and he's like, I don't know what's happening. I thought that was very funny because I was like, hey, me neither, bud. This movie's weird as shit, and I don't understand anything that's going on.
It was, and you thought we were going to set up a dynamic where he was into her too, but there's not. He's just like,
you don't.
I want to be part of whatever's happening.
Yeah, he's just third wheeling and just happy to do it. I mean, good for him, you know.
So
living carefree.
So she smokes a pipe. Boom. The war ends.
Which she doesn't do ever again, right?
Does what?
They make a point. She never smokes out of a pipe again.
No.
Right?
No, that'd be crazy.
But they make like a deal of it in the scene.
Yeah.
Harold's like, oh, woman smoking a pipe. Wow, that's interesting. And then we never do it again. So it wasn't that interesting. Cut it. You can cut that part out of the movie. There you go. There's 2 minutes. 2 minutes saved. Moving on.
The war ends. The two of them are in love. She's got the shrapnel, and then she's only going to tell them what the shrapnel is for if they give her something beautiful.
Or if they don't, because she also just tells them after they give her a shit song.
Talk about the nonsense. You didn't love the nonsense song? It wasn't the greatest thing you've ever seen?
I pretty much hated the nonsense song. It's exactly what you think a nonsense song would be. It's words that don't make sense in a different language, and they just sing it, and they sort of harmonize. It's like, what's happening? Why is this happening? I don't care. Is this charming? What am I supposed to be getting out of this?
It's something beautiful.
It's not. That's what I'm saying. It's not. It's not good at all.
As opposed to if John David Washington like stood there and then sang like some beautiful soulful song.
Great. Hey, that's fun. Yeah, that's nice. Instead, they just like are a bunch of 8-year-olds and just like sing a song they make up and then giggle about it.
And why is she part of the delivery of something beautiful?
Something that they made up and then are giving to her? Don't know. I don't know, Dan.
So then we get to meet her. We get to see her art, which is faux surrealist bullshit art that they just copied like Man Ray and like these other surrealist guys. And then
exactly. That was what I thought. I was like, Man Ray.
Acted like she came up with all this stuff. And later on, we see this one coffee pot that she's made, which everyone like acts like it's a work against God.
It's like the devil. Yeah, it's devil work.
Devil. Yep. And that was the scene that I was just like, what is happening? Like,
I don't know.
Like, what? How? No one would even react to that. They'd just be like, that's ugly. That's all they would do.
That's exactly what would happen. They would just be like, why would you have? That's dumb. 1, it's ugly. 2, it's dangerous because those edges are definitely sharp.
Yeah.
For sure. And probably covered in someone else's blood, even though like she probably washed them a little bit. It's still pretty gross.
Boom. They're going to go to Amsterdam to get him fixed up. And what is she? She's an incredible forger. What?
Yeah. Why? I feel like she dropped a line and was like, I had to do it for this reason. But I was like, what?
She's an incredible You set up a character in...
She's better now because she wasn't as good before, she said. And she's like, well, now I'm really good at it. I don't know.
It was so weird. They go there. They meet the two spies, which is Mike Myers and Michael Shannon. They're spies, but they act like they're not spies. But I don't know. And then, but they're not just spies. They're also, the glass eye connection. It doesn't make any sense.
We haven't talked much about his glass eye that just keeps falling out. Now, is that funny? Like, is it a bit that his eye keeps falling out?
It was funny, the one where they were adjusting the eye. I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure it's great.
So they go, and life was glorious. They're dancing. There's dancing, and they make a pact that the three of them are friends or something. I don't know what the pact is.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember us ever making a pact. So, like, I feel like maybe we should do it. Maybe blood should be involved. You let me know.
We didn't live
Blood brothers.
We didn't live through Amsterdam.
Do you want to go to Amsterdam? I don't even know what's in Amsterdam. I don't know about the world.
Been to Amsterdam. You know how long I've been
You've
there?
been a lot of places, Dan. It always surprises me. Not because like you shouldn't or don't deserve to go places, but I'm always surprised when you're like, yeah, I've been there, been there, been there.
How long do you think I spent in Amsterdam?
Well, let's see. You spent 24 hours in London, so I think you spent 6 hours in Amsterdam.
24 hours.
24 hours. You're just a day tripper. That's
Shannon corrected me. I didn't go to the British Museum. I went to the British Library.
Okay. I mean, I'm glad that somebody probably noticed that, Dan, but I guarantee you it wasn't me.
So I was a big lying fucktard.
Big fat lie. In fact, you owe everyone an apology. I would like a written social media apology from you, Dan.
It's not happening. Okay, so they're packed. They're living in Amsterdam, but then Harold wants to go back and be a lawyer. And so she goes back, even though they're in love, but she also vanishes. Because
reasons.
10 years pass.
She's got stuff to do in 10 years, man. Okay? You don't know.
For some reason, now Bert is going to go back and see his wife that he's estranged from for some reason. I don't know what the reason was.
Is it just because he wants to, right? Like he basically is just like, I have a wife, I have to go back, but just randomly. That's what I got out of it.
So he goes back there, and then Harold hides in the other room, and then here comes the wife,
which is so weird.
And she is thirsty, but she is thirsty for his scars.
But just the scars, and I just don't understand.
I was
so weird,
so into this. It was so weird. It's just like, what is happening? I'm like, oh, this is creepy. You know, this is like vampire shit. You're like, oh yeah, this is.
It's weird.
It's weird, and you're like, oh.
I think vampires are hot. This was a little bit weirder to me.
Oh no, this is super weird. Yeah, that was the whole thing. You're like, this is how vampires would really be.
But like, because I get it. Like, if a smoking hot vamp came up and was like, here's the deal. I'm going to bite you and I'm going to drain you. But while it's happening, you're going to have a great time. I'd be like, yeah, cool. Do it. Here's my neck. Do the thing you want to do because that's hot. This is just weird, Dan.
The vampire's all on your back and getting into your back and licking on your moles and shit.
I'd be like, no, can we not? You know what? I changed my mind. Let's go our separate ways. I don't know.
Revoke your house principal.
You cannot enter. You cannot enter.
It was just great because it was freaky and weird.
It was both of those things. You're right about that.
And then what does Harold do? He like opens the door and is like, I blew it all. You know, you're fucked.
Yeah, so weird.
Wonderful.
It doesn't make any sense. One way to go, Harold.
So the two detectives show up. One's a war veteran who gets drugs from Bert, and the other guy's like the big racist. We're like, oh, great. They like do a bunch of things. Oh, let me. You know what they do? They reiterate everything that's happened.
Yeah, which is fine. Other than at this point, I'm still good. You know what I mean? I need 2/3 away through the movie. I need someone to do a recap because that's when I start getting confused. But right now, I'm with you. I'm caught up.
Yeah, it's like. We do not need to hear everybody's first and last names again. We don't know what little things have happened. We're like, we're good.
Yeah,
nothing has happened.
I'm all set.
But their next person is they're going to go see Mr. Vose. He's the next step. And then why they got to go to Vose is because they got to get 3 things. They got to get someone to vouch for them. That's going to be Vose. God knows why. They need to get the autopsy, and they need to get the contract that they were hired from. It's like, okay, there it is. But, you got time. Few days. Just take your time.
Yeah. No rush. No rush on these things. It's fine.
And then the racist detective breaks a bowl. Why does he break a bowl? What does that mean?
I don't know, because and then later he picks up the teapot and I was like, oh, okay, he's going to break the teapot, and he doesn't. So there's no callback to it. It's just like a random moment that they thought would be funny, maybe at the time.
If you're gonna do something, you gotta make it funny. right? He has
or
to
make it mean something, and it doesn't have to be something deep, but like what? Okay, he broke the china. So what then?
Yeah. Then he gets confrontational. Yeah. So what if it broke? What?
Yeah.
Or he's
but nope,
nothing.
They're all, like the other cop is just like, he's learning. Or something stupid like that. And it's like,
he'll be.
okay.
Yeah, he says that. He says he's learning. He'll be a good detective one of these days. You're like, because he's breaking a glass bowl. What does that mean?
I have no idea. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know.
You write yourself an event, and then you don't have nothing to say about the event.
Well, a good cop never breaks anything at a crime scene. Okay.
Oh, you can't. I've been telling you. Don't break the shit at the crime scenes.
Stop touching things at the crime scenes.
These are jokes. These are things that add to the levity of your weird movie that's ostensibly a comedy.
So that's the goal? Is it a comedy?
I mean, it has to be, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely quirky and weird, and like there's some jokes in there, I guess. So yeah, I guess so.
I don't know about there being jokes in there, but
I feel like I heard a joke one time.
I wrote, "Guy with gun threatens them." I guess the whatchamacallit, I thought it was gonna be the Ku Klux Klan initially.
Oh, sure. It's not.
It's Nazis. The next day they go to Mr. Vos. He's got a rich house. Here's Anya. Mr. Vos is not in. But then he sees this cabinet that's full of crafts from the hospital, and then boom, out comes Valerie. What are you doing here? We have not seen you for 10 years. You look exactly the same. You have not aged. Of the three of us, only one of us has aged.
Yeah, that is correct. Only one of them has aged. It's kind of like they were cryogenically frozen for 10 years and he aged 42 years. That's kind of how it went down.
Valerie scared. Anya Taylor-Joy is there. She plays Mrs. Vos. She's terrible. She's just terrible.
I mean, she's not given a ton to do in her defense.
Except like have a big boner for
Robert De Niro.
That part was weird. That part was very
super weird.
It was like,
for no reason. No reason whatsoever.
They should have just let us know at a certain point that all these characters were vampires.
Well, I love how you're fixated on this vampire plot. I like it. Listen, any movie that becomes a vampire movie, I'm immediately a fan of.
And we do something now that's really great, and then we like everything else, we abandon it instantly. Valerie comes out holding this weird doll, and she terrorizes Anya's character with the doll.
This is so bizarre.
And it's so cool. And I'm like, you got to do that more. She's got to carry that doll with her the rest of the show.
Why isn't the doll in the finale when they're all like, when they're pinning it on him? She's got to like whip it out and be like, you did this.
The doll is like, is doing the whole solution to the mystery.
Doing the recap.
And that's the thing about this movie is there's some instincts in there, but they don't follow any of them. They're just like, oh yeah, she smokes a pipe. Throw that in the trash. She's got a crazy doll. Yeah, throw that in the trash.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We do them. We do them and then we move on. Like great comedy.
Oh. So we find out that Valerie was the one that told somebody to hire them. Valerie told Liz to hire them.
Right.
Okay. We go into her room and she's got all her art there. She's got like x-rays and they're all like, we play the fanciful music of like, she's so creative. Look at this creativity. Oh, it's so creative.
It's just weird.
It's
just all weird.
We find out that she's been being drugged. We, of course, realize that her brother's drugging her. Whatever. And then this Carlton guy shows up and he attacks and knocks out Bert, and then Harold just like slams him. Like Harold like beats the beatiest guys ever instantaneously. No problem. He beat it.
Yeah, he's good. He's a veteran. Okay.
And then Vos shows up. We find out he's a bird watcher, And then he's like, okay, you got to go meet the general. And then if you can get the general to vouch for you, then he'll vouch for you, because I'm not going to vouch for you because I'm not vouching for you, because we got to send you to someone else.
Yeah, super weird. What's with all the bird watching in the movie? Did I miss something?
You did.
I did. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me what it is.
The bird watching is this way that they can introduce the idea of the cuckoo bird. What the cuckoo bird does is it goes into the nest of like another bird, and then I think kills its babies, and then installs its babies into the nest, and then the other dumb bird takes care of the babies, I think is what happens.
Wait. Okay. So what does that have to do with this movie?
They're trying to take over the country by...
So they're doing a full cuckoo bird. Is that what you're
They're going full cuckoo bird. Yes,
they're going
yes, Tony.
full cuckoo bird.
They're going to go full
because I do
bird.
remember someone does say that in the movie about the cuckoo bird.
Yes,
and then De Niro at some point, with a smirk on his face, goes cuckoo bird. And then I was like, what did I miss about the cuckoo bird here? I'm so confused.
I missed him doing that. I did miss
You missed his cuckoo bird? Well, it's in there. I'm telling you. Cuckoo bird.
What are we talking about? Cuckoo bird?
What the fuck are we talking about right now?
This is a cuckoo bird situation?
You talking about cuckoo bird? Cuckoo bird?
That's your impression.
Okay,
That's the impression you can do, Tony. You're doing really good. That's amazing.
Thanks. I learned from John O. Wilson. Everybody go check out his Instagram.
Is he having a baby? He got married to like that.
Yeah, he's definitely having a baby. Yeah.
He's like
a full-grown adult now.
He's all buff and yeah.
He did. He got caught up, man. He looks good.
Looks good. They have to watch a newsreel with the general. It's weird.
And that was real? Right?
Yeah.
Or was that not real?
What happened in the 30s was all the veterans went and camped out in Washington, D.C. because they wanted some back pay. And then the president like burned down their camps and like drove them out.
Oh my God. Holy crap.
Trump's a terrible president, but we've had terrible presidents before.
So it's not the first.
No.
Probably not the last.
You read the shit about Nixon too? Oh my God, Nixon.
I am not a crook.
I'm a psychopath.
I'm a psychopath.
Okay, Harold and Valerie have a quiet moment. It was kind of nice. You were like, if they actually had a little bit of time to develop the relationship like this, there could have been something.
Sure. They didn't, though, Dan. So.
No. I wrote.
Oh boy, Dan's reading. It's getting deep into, stroking the chin.
I wrote Dylan. I guess Dylan Beck is saying no to doing the speech. There's no sign of Harold. There's something about that.
Harold was supposed to come with him to meet Dylan Beck, but he went with Barbie instead, and they went somewhere different.
Yeah.
Who
knows?
And then Christian Bale's like, "Where's Harold? Where are you, Harold?" And then and then they shut down his practice or something.
Yeah, the police are going to the police are going to shut down the practice. Irma shows up, and we find out that some people stole the autopsy, but she can still do the autopsy. You're like, okay,
yeah.
And then they're like almost kissing, and then his wife shows up for an unknowable reason and slaps him, and then tells him to come home.
Yeah. And I think this is the part where we get one of my only other laughs in the movie, which maybe it's not. Maybe I missed it already. But there's a scene between the policeman and Christian Bale where the policeman's basically like, "Hey, you're in trouble, but also I need some pills. I'll see you in your office soon, but you're in trouble."
Oh, that's earlier.
That's very funny.
This is when he shows up at the office. He's just like rifling around and pulls out something and starts giving himself injections. You're like, wow, okay.
There's some goofy stuff that made me chuckle.
Yeah. So Irma's going to do the autopsy. That's all good. So they're set on that. This is where we do the weird obscene tea set. It's really weird. They give him the Meekins contract, so that's good. And then Irma and Bert are walking around, and they run into a barbershop quartet, and then they go and see Chris Rock. And then he gives like a whole. He gets to do this story about both of his parents getting shot in the face or something, but living or something
like that. And I was like, "What are we talking about right now? I have no idea why or who or what. I don't know. This movie's, remember, what was that Ari Aster movie? What was that called again?
Beau is Afraid? That one?
Beau is Afraid.
Movie?
Yeah, that classic piece of film. And like, there's a point in movies like these, like that movie and this movie, where like my eyes just gloss over and I just completely lose the plot. And like, I think there was a good 30 minutes of this movie where I was watching and like, I am technically engaged, but I am somewhere else in my mind.
You disassociate.
I disassociate from my body.
That's so bad.
During movies like this.
Bad.
And I'm just
not
doing
healthy.
Something completely different.
No, it's not healthy.
Well, you do it to me, Dad. These are all movies that you pick. Okay, this is your fault.
Okay.
But it happens. I'm not going to lie.
They're going to go to Dillenbeck's, but they stop at the Waldorf and see the two spy guys, and then they do a bunch of bird stuff.
More birds. It's all, I don't understand the birds.
And during this part, we also do a flashback to somebody having gone, and there's like sterilization clinics. So the bad guys are also doing sterilization clinics.
That's Harold and Barbie. What is her name in this movie? Valerie. Harold and Val. They went to the sterilization clinic, which I was very confused about. But then they tried to do it to Harold or something, and then he punches people and they run away. Did I get that right?
They go to Dillenbeck's. They have the photos. At first, they get pushed away. Then they're allowed to go in. Here's the general. It's Robert De Niro. Just being Robert De Niro, like so.
I mean, again, so he didn't get the memo. But in his, here's what I'll say. In Russell's defense here, like if De Niro came to my picture,
you don't tell me.
I wouldn't try to direct De Niro. You know, I'd be like, Mr. De Niro, you do whatever you want to do. Here are the lines. Get as close as you can. That's all I would say. But if I'm doing John David Washington, who's the lead of my film, I'd be like, listen, pal, everyone else is trying to do shit. Step up your game.
Yeah, like walk with the, whoa, what's going on?
Do an arm thing. No one's doing an arm thing. You could do like a chicken wing arm thing. I don't know.
Do an arm thing.
Try something.
Prosthetic. Try anything. Fists that are larger. So he's like Mr. Big Fists.
He's got just big swollen fists on his arms. That'd be good.
Big swollen. They're like, you do not look well.
Something's going on, bud.
So Dillenbeck, he's like, when I met you, I don't remember you, and I can't see who you are in these pictures. Good pictures. You did a song. Then they do one song. Then they do a second song, which I guess is the nonsense song.
It's the nonsense song.
And then
we needed, if anything in this movie needed a callback, Dan, it was the nonsense song.
So we do the nonsense song again, and then he's like, okay, I'm going to go to your gala and do your speech, but there's also this other guy that wants to give a speech. So what we'll do is we'll combine the two. We'll tell him, we'll take his $18,000, and then we'll say we're going to do his speech. But now what's going to do is that's going to draw out all the Nazis, and then we'll know where they all are, and then we'll be able to take their pictures, and then we'll know who the Nazis are. Now, the bad guys are.
Is that the plot? Does that happen?
That is exactly what happens.
Here's what I did not get any of that, Dan.
Oh, okay.
This is the first I'm hearing of this plan.
What do you mean? That is pretty
I watched this entire movie, and this is the first time I'm hearing this plan. But it's, you know what? It's a good plan.
Yeah. So they're going to draw out the Nazis because the Nazis have been trying to get him to give the speech.
Right.
We've got a location of the speech. We're going to put it on the radio.
But he's doing a different speech.
Yes, he's going to give the Meekins information about Mussolini running over a kid and not giving a shit.
Right.
As opposed to saying, hey, all you veterans, you should just make me into the president and kick Roosevelt
just vote
out.
me in.
No
voting right now.
No, it just happens. It's just
well, that's what I meant by vote me in. Just do it, because you can't. That's how the way a vote works. You know what I mean?
So boom, they get the police are off their back. Then all of them go to see Vose, and then Anya Taylor-Joy is just all over him, and then he says,
De Niro, all over De Niro,
and then Rami Malek's like, okay, we'll broadcast it too. And then Bert can do his songs too. We're like,
yeah, why? What's happening? Why is he singing? I don't understand.
I think David O. Russell must have seen "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou" and have been like, I could do that. I could do that.
I am a man of constant sorrow. I have that song memorized.
Did you like that movie?
I do not remember the movie. I just remember the music, and I love the music.
There it is.
But I have not seen the movie in like 20 years, and I could not comment on it. I should rewatch it.
It's a great movie.
I should give that a shot.
Great movie. Okay, night of the gala. That's what they're going to do. There's dancing. Bert sings. His in-laws are now proud of him. Cornelius Vanderbilt is there. And then then this is the point at which, after everything else that's happened in their lives, this is when Bert dumps his wife because she sees like some rich guy across the room, and she's like, I got to go talk to him. And he's all like, well, if you loved me, you wouldn't want to go talk to that guy.
Well, because he's like, you're using me or something.
He just figured out that the wife is only there for his scars.
Right.
That's it.
It's so freaking weird.
But, you know.
Yeah, no, it's weird. Yeah, hey, good for him. He grew, right? Isn't that what the character arc is all about?
Yep. So, boom. Here we have in the back room, we meet all the bad guys, and all the bad guys are telecommunications, news agencies, chemical, and also an auto guy.
Right. Yep.
They all toast, and then it's speech time, but it's not speech time because we have to have a dude playing the glasses. They take eye drugs. Very weird.
It's a funny line though, because he's like mid talking, he puts it, he's like, that is fast. That is fast. I just thought that was very funny.
I feel no pain. No pain. No pain. I mean, and if this was a comedy where the stakes weren't the Nazis taking over the country, maybe it could work, because you just make it some weird low stakes thing, and it wasn't about sterilization. You can't make a wacky movie
I don't know. It's so
about
weird.
Sterilization clinics. You just that's not the wacky. It's not wacky. It's not wacky.
It's zany. It's totally zany, Dan. What are you missing? Sheesh.
And then Vos, before the general goes on, he's like, think of the veterans. You got to be cool. I'll give you some more money.
Be cool, man. Be cool.
We got another box of money. Here's another box of money.
I love boxes of money personally.
And we also have 6 Nazis in the audience who are like yelling in German.
Super. So now that you've explained to me the plan, which is the first time I heard that plan, when we see the Germans in the room, it makes a little more sense now, because the first time I saw it, I was like, why are they here? What is happening? This is a veterans event. I was so confused. And they start like doing they start fight dancing or whatever. And I was like, I feel like I'm on drugs because I don't know what's that. But now that you've explained to me the plot of the movie, it makes a little bit more sense.
Well, the fight drugs part is terrible, because what should have happened, see, if this was a real movie, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so the general gives his speech.
Sorry. Yeah. Yep.
And basically puts Mussolini on blast, puts the wealthy on blast, and
that's what you got to do.
Yeah. And then they try to shoot the general. They hit Bert, but then
I did like that part where he's given the speech. The guy in the balcony shoots. He's tussling with our people. He shoots the glass off of the podium, and De Niro's just like, "Whoever's shooting at me, you're a coward. I've been shot at all my." Like, he doesn't run at all. I think that was very funny. Yeah. Pretty good bit. Like, if that would have been a good scene, that was a good bit. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, if the stakes had been different, you'd have been like, "Oh, this is great," you know.
Sure.
And given him even, it was a good starting point, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's just the tip of the bit, and then you have to, you got to hit it harder.
He's like, I got shot here in the knee. That didn't slow me down. There's a speech you write on the day where you're like, oh, this is working. This is the gold. Let's go for it. But they never mind the gold.
We keep the bronze.
So boom, that's the end. Now we start doing weird voiceovers. That's the end of the movie. They start doing,
and that's the end.
We do voiceovers.
That's not quite the end.
No, there's more, but I mean, it's essentially the end, right?
Yeah. You're right. We got the wrap up. The wrap up's coming.
There's like 15 minutes of wrap up, but that's the end of the movie.
Yeah.
We start doing, because of the eye drops. He says, because of those drops, I'm gonna do voiceover for the rest of the movie. You're like, what?
Because he's high. Yeah, because he's high and he's not feeling any pain or something. I don't know. It's so weird.
That is not an explanation as to why.
What do rich people want? Is it ever enough? Like, what? Where is this coming from? What's happening right now?
So basically, we find out that Vos admits he's sort of a Nazi, Valerie figures out that the brother's been drugging her, and she gets mad about it. And we're all like, which
we all knew. And I was pretty sure Christian Bale knew, but I guess not.
They could, and then Vos has something to do with the clinics because of something. He also has a swastika topiary in his front lawn, that was the point at which I was like, you can't have a light comedy where one of your characters has a the only movie that's ever, two movies have done Nazi comedies, The Producers and Blues Brothers.
Wait, I haven't seen the Blues Brothers in a long time. There's Nazis in the Blues Brothers?
Yes.
Wow, I don't remember that at all.
Yes, they conflict with these Nazis, and you know what they do? They play the Nazis like they're comical fucking loser assholes. And it's the guy that's in charge of the Nazis is, I can't remember his name, but he's a little short blonde guy. A classic short blonde comedian guy.
Of course,
Henry something. And that's it. Who do they put in charge of him? A little short loser.
Yeah.
And then
smart.
Then they mock him endlessly.
Well, they're on a mission from God. So
they're on a mission from God. Swastika Topiary, we do the voiceover where we reiterate the entire plot again.
Well, I mean, in the movie's defense, this is the first time I think I understood the plot when it's just literally written out step by step. I was like, oh, okay, I see how you got there. I did not enjoy the journey, but I see how you got there.
Then we do a voiceover about love and hate, and then we have a bunch of clips from the fucking movie.
Yeah, I didn't understand.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
Why are you
I don't need a recap of your own movie. Like I just watched it. I sat through it once already. Don't give me a clip show of your movie. I'm out.
But none of the bad guys got in trouble. The general got smeared. McGuire was killed, the guy that paid him to do the speech. And then Valerie and Harold wanted to go back to Amsterdam, but instead they went
somewhere different.
I think it was Canada. I think they must have taken a boat to Canada.
Oh, is that I feel like they said something that was supposed to make me understand where they were going. There was some sort of joke that they said, but I didn't get it.
Neither did I. And so I guess they went to Canada.
Yeah, it went right over my head.
I think they went to Canada.
I don't know. Something about bird watching though. There was great birds there, and they're jealous because of the birds. I don't know, man.
And then
this is not a fun movie.
And then Bert goes to bed with Irma because it was all laid out from the beginning of the movie, and they told us at the beginning of the movie that the two of them were going to be forced to be in love, and now they've been forced to be in love.
Were. Look at that! They did it. You set something up, you pay it off. Great job,
David O. Russell. Stop.
What? Just stop, brother. Just stop.
Just stop.
Call a timeout. You have enough money, right? Just retire. What has he done? I mean, Silver Linings Playbook. What else did he do?
American Hustle with.
Yeah, and I feel like I saw it. I don't remember it.
American Hustle was Cotton Candy. right? You're all like, oh, shit's happening. There's like a couple of good. Jennifer Lopez has a couple of great scenes where you're like, oh shit, she could do stuff. And what's his name had a few good scenes that you were like, oh shit, he could do stuff. And then, but it's like one of those movies where you're like, what's it about? He's just kind of a hustler. Okay. He's just kind of a hustler. And he just sort of hustles through the movie, and it's, and that's the thing. You're okay with a movie like that where it's like, okay, there's nothing real going on here. It's just kind of a character study and
just kind of vibing. Yeah.
It's vibing. Sure. But a movie with this much plot, you can't be vibing. No, you can't.
This movie's so convoluted, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it, Dan.
The stakes are too high, but the characters in the movie don't have any stakes.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100% on that. It was not. Sometimes I have a lot of fun watching these movies, and then this one was not fun.
I knew that's what this movie was going to be. This was going to be like, I'm making art, but I'm also making something that's funny and entertaining. You're like, no.
And I think you're 0 for 2. I think you're 0 for 2 there, pal.
0 for everything. Tony, tell us something you like this week.
Oh, can do, Dan. We watched Josh Hartnett's new banger, Fight or Flight. Unreal. This movie is great. Did you watch it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Holy bucks. You don't know what I'm talking about. Get on Voodoo.
We like Josh Hartnett, right?
Love Josh Hartnett. Josh Hartnett's great.
He's kind of killing it now, right?
Oh, he's having a resurgence, and I'm here for it. I hope he gets more shit. This movie it's gory, but it's a wonderful action movie. Almost all of it takes place on a plane. Basically, he's hired to get a target on the ground safely, and it's a plane full of killers, assassins.
Wow.
And so it's just like, a ridiculous Wiccan type thing on a plane, and it's great. It's super fun. We had a blast.
They actually pull it off. It doesn't seem like...
They do. It's, Dan, I bought it on Vudu. Just go watch it.
Okay,
you need to just watch it. It's great.
It's like that Nobody movie, which I've watched parts,
Nobody's so good. I love Nobody. Nobody 2 coming out.
Yeah, you're like, this is just a good movie. They're just, they're not great movies, but you're just like, okay, they knew how to make a movie.
Solid.
Yeah,
and they did.
I'm going to talk about a trailer.
A movie trailer or like an RV?
An RV. I saw this RV. No, a movie trailer.
Yeah,
and it's a movie trailer with somebody who the pod loves and adores. His name, Carl Urban.
What's Carl doing right now?
You haven't seen it? You haven't watched it?
I don't think I have seen. What's he doing? What's the trailer? Talk to me.
Mortal Kombat 2. He's playing Johnny Cage.
Johnny Cage. Yes. I didn't know this dropped. I'll have to watch this.
I went and saw the first Mortal Kombat movie when it came out. I never played any of the games or anything. I watched it. You're like, this movie's great. Out. This movie's fun.
Yeah.
This movie's just fun. We watched Mortal Kombat 1, I think. Right? Didn't we do that for this one?
We did the OG Mortal Kombat Annihilation, which is the sequel to the original.
Oh, okay. And then I must have watched the new one, whatever the new one was.
Yeah. Or did we do both?
Maybe we did both.
I don't know. Yeah, the original's great. A real silly fun time. Annihilation's a terrible movie, but still ridiculous and fun. And then we did like the remake, right? And
it was okay. It wasn't terrible, but fine. It wasn't good.
No, I had a good time.
This one, just Carl Urban. I don't know what he does.
He's great.
He just brought a thing, and he plays like the outsider who doesn't have any magical powers, and everybody has magical powers.
Johnny Cage, he's an actor. Yeah, he plays like an action actor, and then he gets sucked into the world of Mortal Kombat. Just in the games. I haven't seen this trailer, but I'm excited.
And I just totally got the feels from the trailer. I was just watching the trailer, and I was just like,
I'm excited. I'm so pumped,
Carl Urban, you know how to do the thing.
I think one of our complaints about the original, the remake that came out a few years ago was it took the entire movie to get to like the tournament.
Sure.
And then I think if I remember correctly, they were like, the sequel is going to be all tournament. If I remember correctly.
That's this movie. Because I'm
very excited.
This is all the characters. This is, And when you look down in the comments, everybody's just like, "This is the movie. This is the movie. These are the characters. This is the when he does the line, because they do the lines and
of course, get over here.
They do. That's the final line, I think, in the thing, and everybody's
Scorpion,
just like,
man.
"This is the greatest thing ever." But when you cement that with a Carl Urban playing Johnny Cage, who's the outsider who can comment on all this shit, but be the human being that sort of overcomes and deals with it. Great. You're like, okay, that's what you need.
This is all wonderful news. Did this drop this week then? I got to find it. I'll have to watch it as soon as we're done.
Because I saw a thing about it and I was like, oh, okay. No, I got, because I watch a lot of the trailers and I just watched it and I was just like, they cut the trailer right. He's right.
Oh boy.
You're like, okay, guys, good job.
I'm ready for this. This is great news.
Yeah.
I want it to come out right now.
Tony, we need a movie. We need a bad movie.
Okay, I mean, we're gonna do a bad movie, but we're not gonna do a Dan Goodsell bad movie. We're gonna do a movie that I'm gonna have fun watching. I'm gonna have a good time. I want to bring back the good vibes, the good old boys, as they say. The
good old boys? What are you talking about?
I have no idea. I'm out of control. So we're gonna go to one of my favorite movies, Super Troopers. I don't know if you've ever seen it. Great film.
No.
Broken Lizard. Are you serious? Wait, Tom, you've seen it?
I don't think so.
You've watched Super Troopers?
I don't believe so.
You've never seen Super Troopers? What I'm about to do isn't even going to make sense if you haven't seen Super Troopers. So Broken Lizard is the comedy group that made Super Troopers, which your homework is to watch Super Troopers before you watch this next
probably
movie.
Not going to happen.
So they made Super Troopers. First of all, they made Puddle Cruisers, which was fine. Like, it's a terrible movie, but it was funny enough that people were like, we should give you a real movie. And then they made Super Troopers, and Super Troopers was a global phenomenon. Unbelievable. Great movie. Very funny. And they were like, here's a bunch of cash, go make another movie or something like that. And they made a horror parody called Club Dread. And in honor of, once again, I Know What You Did Last Summer, 2, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, we're going to watch Club Dread.
I think I saw this.
You saw this, but you didn't see Super Troopers? Dan, you got something wrong in your head, man. You gotta watch Super Troopers first of all, because I'm probably going to quote it a bunch next week while we're talking about how bad Club Dread is. But Super Troopers is great. I love Broken Lizard. Beer Fest is fun. But this movie's I hate Beer Fest is a different movie that they did later.
Was Beer Fest the one where they go to Munich or whatever, and then they have to do the thing?
They're in Germany. Yeah, yep.
Loved it.
Yeah,
good
Fest,
comedy. Good comedy.
Super Troopers is a perfect movie. Beer Fest is super good.
The guy with the short hairs in there, he's very funny. Short hair. That describes so many people, Dan.
He's
like the guy with the buzz cut. Kind of a bigger guy, kind of a Danny McBride kind of guy.
Yeah. Yes, yeah, that's how you describe as the guy with short hair.
He's got like a buzz cut. It's not short hair. It's like a buzz cut.
I mean, he does. You're not wrong, but that's not his defining features.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Kind of a big guy.
Kevin Heffernan, something like that. I don't know.
He's funny.
Great guy.
He's funny.
Very funny. Did you ever watch their fireman show? Something PDP Fire FD?
No.
I don't know. Fun show. Anyhow, it doesn't matter. We're watching Club Dread. This is all a bunch of talk. We're watching
Fest
Club
is the one where they drink from the boot? Is that the boot one?
Yeah.
It's funny.
Twist.
It's very funny.
Yeah, that's a good movie. This one's not as good.
Is Kumar and is the one Kumar guy in there? No.
Are you talking about Jay?
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know how to say Jay's last name. If I said it, I think it would be inappropriate for me to try.
Oh, yeah. There's like an Indian guy though in the Oktoberfest.
Yeah. His name is Jay Creanders. I'm not even close.
Yeah.
I feel bad. They're all very funny. They're
guys.
all very funny. Steve Lemmy. They're all very funny. This movie, if it's as bad, I started it again this week because I was like, I wonder if that was any good. It's not good, and we're gonna watch it.
Okay, we'll watch it. I mean, it can't be as painful as Amsterdam, because Amsterdam was like
nothing will be as painful as Amsterdam.
Really had to,
unless we watch Beau is Afraid again, and then second time might be worse.
What, are we going to do his movie? We might have to do his new movie. He's got his new movie out.
He has a new movie too.
Yeah.
Why do they keep letting these guys make movies?
It's like Joaquin Phoenix is like a local sheriff in like a little New Mexico town or something, and something goes on. Yeah, I watched the A24 has like a podcast or whatever, TV show.
Okay, sure.
And it was like Ari Aster and Bill Hader talking, and it was just like,
I do love Bill Hader.
Bill's great, but he's so far down the self-possessed director world,
yeah, for sure. Yeah,
I worry about him.
Artists,
doing
kooky,
doing with their art. If you like what you see, give us a subscription, a like, or leave us a message about how great Dan is and how Tony's a pain in the butt.
A Muppet. He's a Muppet.
Anything else to say before we say goodbye, Tony?
Don't watch this movie. If you hadn't, chances are you have never heard of this movie. I had never heard of this movie before you brought it up to me. Just keep it that way. Yeah. You don't need to watch it, guys. It's not worth it. It's not worth the time. It's over 2 hours. That's a long time.
Too much time.
That's it. Goodbye, everybody.
Hey, watch him!